All right, good morning. We're going to try to get the morning briefing in. I see some heavy rain over that way. It's raining on my head. Tugboats are making their way outside of the harbor over there in some really nasty weather. Let's try to get this in. Be back in a moment, everybody. Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to really windy and nasty Surfside, California. It is really blowing down here right now, gusting to over 20 knots. It feels like we just have a little break in the rain, but I'm surrounded by heavy rain. I can see it, and I'm hoping to get the morning briefing in with each and every one of you. I'd like you to be able to look out there and see exactly what is going on the beach here. It's not as bad as it was yesterday, but it's really starting to blow right now. So we'll see where we go. Hey, I hope you saw Tackle Shop Confessions last night with my dear friend Sam De La Torre. That was a lot of fun as the rain is really starting to fall now. It was a great show. Go back and watch it. 2 hours of steady questions, pushing up toward 1,000 viewers on our live stream last night. That was fun, and it's archived for you right now so you can check that out. Don't forget, Bart Hall will be joining us tomorrow evening, Wednesday evening. Bart Hall will be talking about the Del Mar show coming up here shortly. You're going to want to see that. That should be a great one. And also hit that like button, share these videos with a friend, tick the bell. You'll be notified when there's new comment. And of course, subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. In addition, you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. We appreciate all of your great support. It's going to be a huge 2024 for all of us. All right, let's talk Mexico because the rain is really starting to fall here. Let's go down to Laredo, guy that contributes so much to our shows, Current Jam, Ricky Ricardo. He sent me some video, but he said, and I'll be going through that video here shortly, sharing it with all of you. 20 yellows down there in Laredo, really great fishing. I love that place. It is such a wonderful place to fish. Cabo San Lucas, still some really good striped marlin fishing going on. Casey Carter and his family, they are having an absolute ball down there catching striped marlin. Of course, our friend Sean Morgan has been telling us all about just how good the bite has been down there. 140 miles south of the border is San Quintin, Baja, California. Occasional good bites on the yellowtail, great rockfish, occasional halibut, and Ensenada, still very, very good. Our friends over there at Blackfin Sport Fishing, they've been cranking on copious amounts of rockfish, some calico bass, some barracuda, at times occasional yellowtail, those big, fat, hard-fighting bonita. Man, that has been really great fishing down there in that area. So really good stuff going on south of the border. Up here in this neck of the woods, of course, rockfish is closed right now. The rockfish season is closed in Southern California. You got to go down into Baja to make that happen. Mexican waters, it is legal to fish for rockfish, and San Diego-based boats can go down there and take advantage of that. Here, we're focused mostly on wintertime bass, which has been pretty darn good as my camera is almost blowing over, and also some very good halibut fishing at times. Native Sun has been doing great out of 22nd Street Landing. Not only have they been catching big fish, they've got a little competition going on. Not little, they've got thousands of dollars of prizes on the Native Sun, and their 5 top fish are all over 20 pounds. They've been catching some really nice fish. 12 halibut on their last trip, 19 shorts, 5 over 20 on the leaderboard right now. They run Wednesday through Sunday out of beautiful 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California. Switching to the Independence on the long range scene. Since I screwed my notes up, I should have covered that in order, but on the long range scene, the Royal Polaris is almost back from a great trip. They had, I think, 16 fish over 200, 1 over 300. We're talking yellowfin tuna. The Independence is down there, and the last few days, it's been kind of off on the bite, but they put a nice 214-pound yellowfin tuna on board the Indy yesterday. They had a few fish over 100 pounds, the majority 50 to 75 pounds, kicked in a few wahoo, trolled around and caught some who, and looking for better conditions this morning. and a better bite. And I tell you, the Independents will find it. Don't miss our April 4th through the 9th 5-day trip on board the Independence. You are not going to want to miss that trip. And you can go see Paulina at the Bard Hall show in Del Mar. Paulina's great. She'll be at the Independence booth. Ask her about that trip. Ask her about another trip. Jump on the Indy. She's so big. She's so opulent. The food is fantastic. The crew is absolutely top notch. And you get these fishing adventures of a lifetime. So check that out. And we'd love you to join us on our trip. All right, back here to Southern California. Up there on board the Aloha Spirit, we see some good fishing up there for the boys on halibut also at times. Of course, we've been dealing with this inclement weather for some time. It's supposed to calm down the next few days. So we're going to get a lack of this wind and things should get back to much better. And that will be something we're after. Don't forget, fishing this wintertime, bass. Marina Del Rey's been all over. Redondo's had good fishing. There's been good fishing down there at Dana. Down in San Diego, they fish that bass. Structure fishing means that they're nasty neighborhoods. You want to fish as heavy a fluorocarbon as is possible. So you're talking in the 20 to 40 range. I love to fish them on the 40 so you can get them out of that structure, but sometimes they won't bite it and you got to drop down to the 20. So keep that in mind when you're fishing those bass. Most of the time it's a lead head and squid or a sliding egg sinker with a big 5-0 hook and squid, and that should get it done nicely for you. How's that ocean looking, by the way? It feels like things are deteriorating here rapidly. A little bit more rain and very steady, breezy conditions. 15 to 20 knots is what it feels like to me here on the beach. So some good bass fishing going on, that is for sure. Now, our surf fishing bite, when you get a little window in this crummy weather in Southern California and northern Baja, we've seen some exceptional barred perch fishing, and that just seems to go on and on and on and on. Great barred perch fishing. You can catch those barred perch on bait, worms. Somebody put up a post on one of the surf fishing boards asking if Pismo clams were good bait. They are extraordinarily good bait for perch. And you know, we used to drive down to Baja, my brother and I, San Quintin when we were teenagers, and dig up some clams and catch 50 or 100 barred perch. Man, there is nothing more fun. And so that is a great bait. But you can also catch them on honey badger baits, the small grubs, catch them on a crocodile. And the big ones like to bite on the Lucky Craft style lures. So that's another way to get it done on the barred perch. Some exceptional fishing. There's a little bit of yellowfin croaker and some halibut. But needless to say, that is when the weather is not like this. This is too nasty. It's starting to rain. It's very dark and ominous over here. I am absolutely 100% insane. Day 2, by the way, of my sardine challenge. Only sardines for 3 days. Greg Bates, the elf, is on day 2, and he says he's loving it so far. So good stuff indeed. Hey, we learned last night on Tackle Shop Confessions there's a bonita bite. The bonita are in King Harbor, Redondo Beach. Man, that takes you back a lot of years for me to my childhood when we used to fish those things in the skiffs that you'd rent. You'd have a sled full of bait behind you that you would tow. Those were good days, but they're biting again. Here comes the rain pretty hard right now. Adrian Cruz doing really well on the lobster. He had some really good lobster hoop netting. Your Promar Ahi hoop netting report is another good one. Again, these lobster love to crawl after a storm like this, but it is far too dangerous. Mucho peligro out there on the water right now. You don't want to get caught anywhere near this kind of weather. Man, it is gusting. It is starting to come down, and I ought to be smart and get the heck out of here while the getting is good. If I had a brain cell working, I would do that. So there is one or two still working. So, hey, thanks for joining us. It's always a pleasure. Bard Hall tomorrow, don't miss it. We'll have more content today, as we always do. Don't miss our great trip on board the Independence. And it is tax season, and there's nobody better than Tim Marquez at A Best Income Tax. Give him a call today. And if you happen to have heating or air conditioning needs, John Lopez, Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning. John's a great guy, and he will take really good care of you. Have a great day. Take care. Go back and watch Tackle Shop Confessions. My camera's gonna blow over, so I'm gonna get the heck out of here while I can. Have a great day today, and I hope to see you really, really soon.